Hello, everybody. It's Bernie here from Stampin' Up. Hello, who've we got? Leslie Ann. And we've got Rich.
Hello.
Rich.
Hi all.
Lovely having you all tonight. What are we? June. 3rd of June already. So, yes, today it was quite a big day for everybody in the Stampin' Up world. So, if you on my newsletter or if you were a demo, you would have heard the news that Stampin' Up announced a special running from today until the end of June, and that's a buy one get one half price on the sweets and any of the sweet products. So that's a sweet deal.
Sweet deal.
Sweet deal. So yeah, that's happening. And if you're a demo, online exclusive pre-orders are available. Kits, hi Anne. So big day today in the Stampin' Up world. Do you want to give everybody a quick update on your ear?
It's still working. Yeah, so
hi Monica.
ENT surgeon today for a checkup, and he's happy with everything. So.
But what we didn't know is that there's packing in the ear and it's going to take up to 3 months to dissolve.
Yep.
And what we also didn't know is that it'd probably take up to 3 months for Rich to get his hearing back like it used to be. So,
yep.
Yeah, so that was all news for us today. Anyway, so talking this close, you hear me, eh?
Pardon?
Stop it. All right, everyone. Monica says, great news.
Thank you. Thanks, Monica.
And they're little stitches. I thought his ear was flaking, but they're little white stitches that are going to dissolve. Well, you can't see it on there, but anyway. All right, now.
All is good.
Let's go on to my desk. So I've got my brand new phone camera tonight, so I would love feedback from you ladies, what it looks like on your side. I must say, when I was checking the height and everything, it makes my hands look old. They look old, and I'm like, oh, so this is going to be a little bit of an issue for me. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that
it's just your vanity coming.
It's my vanity coming through. It makes my hands look so old. But anyway,
well, it's on your screen, so
yes. Okay.
To know if it's the quality's better or worse than previously.
Yeah, I'd hate it for my phone to actually be the camera to be worse than my other phone.
There we go, looking lovely and clear.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So tonight I thought we would play with the brand new Coneflower Celebrations. I'll show you shortly how this works. So it's got some lovely, let me just talk to that, it's on this in the light, some beautiful fonts. I really love the fonts. Happy belated birthday. You made my day. It's your day. Thank you. Celebrating you. I'm sorry I missed your special day, Lex. It's very much about belated birthdays, it would seem. Let's extend the celebration. This one I like. I love that I've known you for so many birthdays. That's really special. So I'm going to be using the big stamp, the flower, the coneflower, the butterfly, the leaves, and then it's got some dottage. And then the dies are quite interesting. So it's 2 sheets of dies, and what I like to do with my dies is I actually like to photostat them when they're still on their original sheet, adhere them to a magnetic sheet, and then that way I don't lose them. So you can die cut the petals loose, and then these are dies that actually you can then place over the stamp so they create a bit of a 3D look. The stem, I haven't quite figured out what that's meant to do, unless it's just decorative. So if you've played with this and you know, please let me know. This is a fun die which we're going to use tonight, and then these are the leaves that we're going to use that cut out the whole leaves. Butterfly, and then this cuts out the center if you want to do that. So we're going to use some of them, not all of them. It's obviously a photopolymer. What have I just pulled down? It's a photopolymer set. So yeah, that's what there is. I'll just drop my Just dropped my adhesives on the ground. Okay, so this is the card that I'm going to be making with you ladies tonight. So we're going to be using the die that opens, and I think it's really, really cute. I'm also creating a bit of a scored background, and we're going to do some watercolor, and I just popped some washi tape from last week in there. So nice, bright, complementary colors, and we can get started. So let's start with the white cardstock. So I'm using my scoring board for this because I want to create some diagonal backgrounds. So I'm just going to pop that at an angle on my scoring board with my scoring tool, and I'm just going, or maybe I'll use the thinner one, creating some lines at about 1/4 of an inch. They don't have to be exact, and I like to use my score. Oops, that one wasn't straight. Hold on, let's go back there. I like to use my scoring tool for this because then it just means you get your lines really straight. Right, and then we come over here. So how's the week gone for everybody? I can't believe it's already Tuesday. We had a lovely long weekend. What did we do? Oops, I've just moved that. What did we end up doing? Saturday.
Son and daughter-in-law moved to their new house. A meal on Saturday afternoon and saw their new house.
Yeah, Saturday morning I was in class with my artful stamping friends. And Monica was there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Lisa was there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was there at 6 o'clock in the morning. What else did I do on Saturday? Oh, I caught up with one of the young ladies in our church. Oh, and then we had, oh no, that was Sunday. We had movie night with our
Other son
and daughter-in-law.
Dinner and movie night at their place on Sunday evening.
What was that movie's name? Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Wagner, based on Wagner's classical piece.
Yeah. Set in World War II in Germany.
Yeah. It's about
On Netflix.
Was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Because they sometimes get their movies on.
Yeah, get them all over the show. I'm not sure, actually.
I don't know that it was necessarily on Netflix.
Valkyr.
There we go. That was easily done. So I don't know if you can pick up the let me just get a background for you to look, see if it'll make a difference. Should be Friday, feels like it should be Friday, I know. See, so that's the background I've just created now with my scoring tool, scoring thingy. What's that thing called? Simply Scored. Simply Scored, and then you've got the deboss side. So either side is actually either side will work. So I'm just going to adhere that onto my hot base. See, we had a really busy weekend, and then Leslie Ann popped over quickly yesterday afternoon. Oh, you're going to have to put what is the name of that delicious dish that you brought us? I'm going to get it.
We visited friends in the morning.
We visited friends in Pingaroa in the morning. So this morning I had a quiet morning. I didn't do much, and I really felt like I needed some quiet. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some watercolor paper out. Caponata. Yes, that's the one. Okay. I've got some watercolor paper here, but Stampin' Up also does a fluid 100, which is watercolor paper as well. They are both, mine and Stampin' Up's is 300 grams cold pressed. So It's a really good quality watercolor, but I'm just using my own from my watercolor paper that I have in my stash. And I'm just using some Stays On to stamp 2 of these flower heads now. I want to just show you a little tip. What I find works really well, I'm just going to flip this over and press this onto my stamp. Because it's watercolor paper, it's quite thick, and I'm now going to just peel that away and you get a better imprint. Hi Pippa, oh welcome. Excellent, lovely to have you in my craft room. You obviously are new, or maybe you've been watching before, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I heard that it's quite cold out your way again after having some nice summer weather. We have friends that have just returned from the UK. They were living there for what, 10
About
years?
10 years, yeah.
They are British, but they returned to the UK. I just want to turn that over. Returned to the UK for a period of time, and now they've come back. So they're going to have 2 winters.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
It's like our friends that left last year for the States, and they're also going to have 2 winters. All right, so I'm just going to do this leaf.
Well, they've had 2 winters.
They had 2 winters, yep.
They're now heading into their summer.
Yeah, and I was saying to you that when I was talking to her on Thursday, she said it was 29 degrees and it was 7 o'clock at night. I'm just turning this over just so that I can press it firmly, because this is really thick watercolor paper.
That's 29 Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
Correct. Correct. All right, so just getting my leaves all
Snow
stamped.
expected in Renfurley in the next few days.
Ah. Okay, so you've got a fireplace, Anne. Is your finger healing nicely? And your toe? Hang on, I'm not doing what I said I wanted to do. There we go. You see how beautiful it comes when you do it upside down? It really makes a difference. And I just need to keep some space for my stem and my butterfly. Right, and then just remember with your Stays On, oh, I just haven't done that. Let me just quickly, just realized I hadn't cleaned my stamps yet. Okay, so let's just turn that over, and then I'm just going to quickly clean my stamps. Otherwise, it's going to... There we go. Nice. I might actually get... Would you mind doing this, love? While I carry... Hello, Anne. Wie geht's? Okay. So what I'm going to get you to do, love, is just rub this Stays On over it so that it's wet, and then just clean it like that, okay? So I'll give you those to do, please. Thank you. The cloth is... Oh, did I throw the cloth away? Okay, so we can do some colouring in now. Move that out the way. I don't need that. Fine so far. What's the time with you? Right, I'm taking some Bubble Bath re-inker. And I want some Berry Burst re-inker.
Is that clean?
Oops, that's too thick. Yeah, that looks good. And I want some... I'll just do this on the opposite side. This is Lemon Lime Twist and Granny Apple Green. water in there. Is Mum on tonight? I was just going to say, is Mum on tonight? And then I looked up to see you just arrived. Hi, Mum.
Hello.
You have a bit of a sleeper day? Okay, because this is watercolor paper, I am just going to give my paper a slight spritz with water before I apply my ink. So I've got some bubble baths. Now bear in mind this is not watercolor paint, so it's not going to behave like watercolor paint, but we're still going to get a nice soft look to it. And by spritzing the water, it does just help it go in a bit easier, make the paper more, the ink travel a bit more. Right, I'm looking for white spaces or leaving white spaces. You could use your water painters, but I prefer to use my watercolor brushes. Okay. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. And excellent. Right, I'm just going to bring my heat tool, just dry that quickly. You get, oh, it's getting nice and warm there. Good. What sort of temperatures do you head to? Your notification was late. Oh, okay. That's an interesting one. Oops, that's a bit dark. That's too dark. You know what? I need to get, hang on, let's see if we can salvage that. That's better. Move quickly. So I just sprayed some water on that because that was way too dark. Actually, you know what's happening here? Let me just get a clean cloth. I'm dragging old water-based stuff into my painting over here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Let's put some more water here. Okay. Quiet. Everybody's very quiet. So I'm just, you probably can't see it, but there's quite a bit of water on my watercolor paper. And so I like to use a brush, and I like to manipulate the color with my brush. I just find I've got a little bit more control than using the water painters. Okay. Right. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm just going to dry that a bit. Okay. Let's just clean that off. I don't have a, excuse me, I don't have a thing of water here to clean my brush, so I'll just use my spray and my cloth, and then we can do the leaves, and then we can do the, I'm going to do this top bit. It's gone a little bit over the lines, but I'm not too worried about that because we're going to be die cutting it anyway. And the reason I've cut two is the one is for the inside. So I'll probably make this one the outside because I like it more than the other one. What's up?
Leslie Ann says sometimes notifications run on Africa time.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I don't have any control over that. As much as I'd like to, Mum, you know me, I don't like being late.
Mum says their water came on again after 4 days without water in Pretoria. Planned outage. But the high areas will have to wait a bit longer for the reservoirs to fill.
So you were 4 days without water. That's just, I don't think we can fully comprehend unless there's been storm damage or something that's meant that we've, you know, not had water. But yeah, that whole idea is, I don't know if you ladies can see how the color is just runs on the water, I mean on the paper. It's just so pretty when it just, you just drop it in and then it just does its, can you see that? You just bring it up. Don't know if that's going, if you're picking up that difference in the colors there. I'm not sure. Now I want to do my butterfly lemon lolly. So I don't have a, have I got that right? I don't think I've got a re-inker for. Oh no, I do. Let me just quickly get it. Let me just quickly get my lemon lolly re-inker. I'll put that in here. Okay. So welcome to everybody that's new to my channel. There have been a lot of people the last few days that have subscribed. So welcome if you're watching the live or the replay. It's really lovely having you. And don't be shy. We are a very friendly bunch of people. Okay, so yellow, pink, and green. And I just want to take a little bit of Petunia and just pop up. I might want to spray that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want, because when you add those two and they touch each other, they sort of go orange. This is my little colorful butterfly. I don't know if they look like this in nature, but mine does.
Leslie Ann says, what's the color on the butterfly?
What's that color? I used lemon lolly. That's lemon lolly, and I have just touched in some of the Petunia Pop. And because the paper is wet, it's the two colors together are making it look like it's going into an orange. Just need to make sure that that doesn't drop. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a quick dry and then we can cut this. Yeah, that feels good. So what did I do with my dyes? Okay. So dyes, we need to put a leaf. Okay. And then the other leaf. And I'm just using my repositional tape for this. Okay, and my butterfly. So I've just finished reading, what is it called? Into the Woods. It's a true story. I don't know if I've mentioned this on my last live. It's a true story of this guy by the name of Chris Knight. I may have mentioned it. Okay, what I want to show you, ladies, what I did was I actually used this die to cut out my petals. And I'm going to do, oh, excuse me, I've got my tape in my mouth. I'm going to do this one first. And then I'll come back once I cut those pieces and do that. Otherwise, I risk this piece will cut that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to run these all through my cut and emboss machine quickly. So yeah, did I tell you about this book? About this guy that disappeared for 27 years in the forest and lived there and then was eventually caught because they caught him because he kept stealing his provisions. And anyway, I finished the book last night. It was very thought-provoking, this whole story of his life. Okay, so we've got our butterfly and our leaves. Okay, I just need to go carefully. I forgot to do what I told myself to do last week, and that was to cut my pieces first, because the paper can sometimes pull off, even though it's repositional, if the paper's wet, can come off. The paper can be pulled off. Okay. Where are you going? Oh, he's going to get the book. Okay. All right, let's pull this one off. He's gone to get the book. He's going to stick it under the camera very soon. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that little bit off, but I'm just turning that die around and cutting that petal. Oh, and while I'm here, I'm going to do my stem. I still just need to color that. Okay. What have I done with the lid? Oh, here we go. You want to show the ladies the book title, Rich, while I'm not there?
I'll just tell them what it is. So the book that Bernie was talking about is called The Stranger in the Woods.
Oh, there we go. Nothing like Into the Woods.
Author is Michael Finkel, Finkel. The Stranger in the Woods.
You can stick it under the camera and show them. We'll just trim that off. And then I just need to get my... Uh-oh, what's happened to my stem? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. So I just need to cut that out of some basic white, which I have here. So we'll cut this little mechanism out of the basic white. So I'll do that quickly. I keep putting the top of my... oh, here it is. Can't find the thing for the plate for my cut and emboss machine. I put it down and then I can't see it. Okay. Very good. Okay, so what do I now need? Let's just have a look what I still need to assemble this. I've got everything for now. I just need to color this stem, and for that I just want to use some of this scrap. Now bear in mind, oh no, that is watercolor paper. I was just going to say, bear in mind that's not watercolor paper. Just move this all out the way. So scared I get it wet. And I just want some green. So I'll just go in there and color this quickly. Looks a bit brown. Here we go. Just with my Granny Apple re-inker and a bit of lemon lolly. And that's it. Perfect. Just going to leave that to dry a little bit on the side while we work on the petals. All right. How's everyone? Who was the author? Did you give the author love? Mom wants to know who the author is.
Michael Finkel.
Okay. And then we'll cut this little bit off. So I just need to see, okay, so here's my little mechanism. So it just folds over like this. It's just so cute. Did I bring my bone folder? No, leave it behind. So what I did in my other one was I put both leaves on, yeah, it's got a distinct correct side. So I'm just looking, I want this flower on the outside, so I'm just going to glue that one down. And just fit that over the flower like that. Okay, and then the inside, I'm going to glue it inside. Like that. Okay. Excellent. And now let's just take my stem. Now, where is my base? Oh, I am a muppet. You know what I've just done? I glued on my, oh well, it's fine. It's fine. I glued that on and I should have put my ribbon first, but that's fine. We can still make it work. What I'll do is I'll just cut this a little bit wider. And this is pretty ribbon. This is the mesh ribbon. Okay. I'll make it work. I don't normally do that. I don't normally put my base down and glue it straight away. That is not how I normally make a card. So let's see if I can lift that up ever so slightly and put some, gosh, glue down there. Okay, now I'm doing what I don't normally do. I'm going to stick that in and bring it over. Hopefully that's going to work and hold it, because I usually use tear and tape, which I had ready. You know what? I am still going to use the tear and tape. Let me just cut a piece. It's all good. It will work. It will work. It will work. Piece there. Now she's all fingers and thumbs because this is quite tricky doing it like this. when you're putting it in after the effect and not putting it in the easy way. This is not how you're supposed to do it. So usually I would put it on my ribbon and then just wrap it around and then secure my base. But for some reason I wasn't concentrating. So now I'm just going to tuck it in there. Go, 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 go. Is it going? It's awfully skew. Hold on. Oh, I'm stuffing this up. I don't want to tear it and I don't want to lift it either with the heat tool because it's there. I think it's in. Hopefully it's in. I just want to give it a push. Goodness me. It feels a little insecure, so I'm just going to put some more glue under there. Really force it down. Okay. Stay. All right. Okay. Let's put the stem down. And this little flower is going to go on dimensionals. It's actually a really easy card to put together. So I like the interactiveness of this die. I think it's quite cute. I was thinking the other night one could do like a patchwork and fill it up. Do a one-sheet wonder. It looked beautiful and cut it out. Lots of different ways to do this. So my little flower can come here. And now my leaves. All right. Tuck that under there. Cool. And then I need to just color in my little butterfly body and put him on some dimensional. So I'm just using my Timid Tiger right marker that I have, that I got in my pack of in colors. Okay. And that can come over here. I want it hovering near my flower this time, not on the flower. And then I just want to do some ribbon. Do a bow. Hi, Margaret. Hello, hello. Have you seen your pre-order things? Have you had enough time now to go and have a look? We were all on a live together this morning when Ruth was doing a live, and obviously us in South Pacific could see the pre-orders, but Margaret's in Alaska, so she was, I think you were one of the last ones that were going to be able to see it, eh? Okay. It's official. I have a prescription from my nurse to craft and eat and sleep. Yay!
Oh, that is fine.
It's called a green prescription. Yep. Oh, I don't think I made that long enough. I give them to my clients all the time. The best thing ever. A green prescription. Yep. That's funny. Yeah, you're still pondering the floral. Yes. I think so. Oh, what have I just done? I think so too. That's why I was saying in the comments, it is very pretty, very pretty, very pretty. Hold on, I've just blown up my bow again. Okay, let's get a glue dot in there, and then we can do the sentiment, and then we're almost done. Yeah, I definitely think that's one that would be worth having. It is to reduce cortisol in your system. I agree. I 100% agree. It down-regulates the nervous system. I completely endorse that. Okay. Bow on. Now, stamp. Where is my sentiment? So I just want to use an old, I think this is a retired punch. So I'm just going to punch this out of my basic wide cardstock. Yeah, it's a very, very pretty sweet, that one. And I'm just going to stamp my sentiment, which says, it's your day. And I want to do that in Berry Burst to match my cardstock. Right. And just do a very, very light, maybe some scrap blending around the ends, just so that it's not so stark. The other one was quite stark. I didn't like that. Okay. Now we can put that inside. How nicely it fits in there.
Beautiful.
Just perfectly. It's your day. And some bling. So I just found what I had in my stash that I thought worked for my little card. And so we're just going to add a bit of that in. And then we are done. Perfect. 1, 2, and we'll pop one there. Now that is irritating me, that piece of tape that I stuck in there. So let's just move it underneath. Excellent. There we go. We are done. It is a pretty card. Thank you, Monica. So I actually like the orange in this one a little bit more. And this one had a little bit darker watercoloring to it than the other one, but they come out different every single time. So yeah, really cool. I think it's cute for a little girl or somebody else, whoever loves florals and enjoys that sort of that sort of look. Thanks, Anne. Thank you very much. So that was me having a bit of fun tonight, playing with some new product. Yeah, just seeing how they played and what it looked like. Thank you, Margaret. If you've got the cone, oh there, Richard's got the book. The Stranger in the Woods. You're welcome, Pippa. Sorry, I'm just reading Pippa's off to work. Enjoy it. Have a good day. All right, everyone. That was a fun time. Obviously, we're going to tidy up and we're going to have a cup of tea.
Yes.
Cup of tea time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't subscribed, if you would like to carry on being inspired, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you to everybody who has done that in the last few weeks. There have been a few people coming on board, so it's been lovely having you here. And we'll see you all next Tuesday. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely week.
Bye.
You're welcome, Monica. See you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.